Welcome to Album of the Week, episode 12, November 2022. Here at Scream Blast Repeat, we bring you all things extreme metal, prog, and dark alternative. As a reminder, our definition of Album of the Week means our favourite record of the week from a short list of 8. You can read our daily reviews at www.screamblastrepeat.com. Today, we review the 20th studio album from Norwegian black metal legends Darkthrone. Their new LP is Astral Fortress, and they released it via Peaceful Records on the 28th of October 2022. Darkthrone have had more identity changes than Carlos the Jackal, yet they remain one step ahead of the pack. The death metal group that released Soulside Journey in 1991 is unrecognisable from the primal black metal band that produced an unholy trinity of classics between 1992 and 1994, which would go on to define the genre for the rest of the 1990s. Many scratched their heads when Darkthrone reinvented themselves as a blackened crust-punk duo with 2006's The Cult Is Alive, just as they greeted their decision to go in a traditional heavy metal direction on 2010's Circle the Wagons with surprise approbation. Now on the 20th LP, the Norwegian duo of Nocturno Occulto and Fenris are the ultimate example of artists who delight in taking risks. Those of you that enjoyed the last drastic shift in sound on 2019's Old Star will recognise a new trilogy of black and doom metal records in the making, with 2021's Eternal Hails and their latest effort, Astral Fortress, ready to complete the cycle. You're in for a shock if your last reckoning with Darkthrone was in the ugly analog savagery of their Transylvanian hunger days. You might not believe this is the same duo if you lost touch with their prodigious output in the 21st century. Opener, Caravan of Broken Ghosts, makes it clear that the band no longer want the majority of people to dismiss their music as grotesque and unmelodious noise. A surprise intro of mystical acoustic guitars sets the scene for the volume swell to introduce the first of many doom metal chord sequences and atmospheric passages that glow with the loneliness of a forest hermit. The first thing you'll notice is the unashamed nod to Celtic Frost for the vocal phrasing and the inspiration from Candlemass for the inventive guitar riffs. It seems like a lifetime ago since the mid-tempo power chord slides and black and roll swagger of Circle of Wagons. Instead, the epic doom metal that permeates through the last two records is the dominant feature here. You wonder if they listened to anything other than Pentagram and Celtic Frost on Impeccable Caverns of Satan, with only a French horn or bass trombone missing from the Dawn of Mugidow vibe. The music flows like a crystal clear stream in the enchanted beech tree forests of Birkeskogen. You'll feel alone and in perfect solitude with the divine power of the trees to keep you company. The production is always a talking point with the Darkthrone album. Astral Fortress thrives on a crisp audio mix with hi-fi drums and hazy guitars that crumble under the distortion of the amps like harsh television static. The doom riffs on Stalagmite Necklace sparkle with a 70s hard rock extravagance but crunch with a bite of Paradise Lost's gothic doom hybrid from 1992's Shades of God. You think you've heard the heavy delay vocals before, and you have. In the mid to late 1980s records of Husker Du and the Pixies, here they reverberate with a nastier projection which recalls Tom G. Warrior's gruff sorrows on Into the Pandemonium. Listen to the angelic melody of the sparse but luminous keyboard notes in the background. Its subtlety is all the more impressive. There's no need to worry if doom metal is not your thing. The 7 songs spread over 40 minutes here are nothing like the monotonous power chord fatigue of the genre's most notorious inducers of sleep. Blackened thrash tangents and galloping rhythms add variety to the dominant mid-paced tempos. The Sea Beneath the Seas of the Sea stays on the right side of enchanting for its entire 10 minutes under a blaze of expressive doom passages that aim straight for your love of the air guitar. Take your time to read the poignant lyrics to Kevorkian Times. Renderings of what might have been, a certain smell in the attic, the branch he swung from a child, same tree he now will feed. Has suicide ever sounded so dignified and yet so triumphant? You know, this is yet another admirable album for one of metal's most respected artists by the time they bring things to a close on Eon 2 with a magnificent charge of the heavy metal light brigade. Darkthrone spent their entire career shunning the mainstream and hoping they'd not get sucked into its shallow narcissism and commerce worship. They need not worry about topping the charts, but it would not be surprising if they received the Spellemannprisen or Norwegian Grammy nomination for their services to underground music. And for this reason, we give this album An 8 out of 10. If you like this album, we recommend you check out the following records: Celtic Frost's monumental 1987 opus Into the Pandemonium, Mork's 2021 black metal masterpiece Katedralen, and Paradise Lost's 1992 classic Shades of God. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and more importantly, please visit our website at www.screamblastrepeat.com for the latest album and EP reviews from established, up-and-coming, and unsigned artists in the worlds of extreme metal prog and dark alternative.